just been to the post office. This is Poplar, a hall there. One of the few pubs left in Poplar are being knocked down by the new social landlord, Mr. Steve Stride, who left the Tower Hamlets employment and started a company called the Poplar Market Limited. And through this company he was able to amass 5 estates over the last 20 years into his personal private ownership, but with his colleagues in the town hall, who he now employs on £100,000 salary. Now this market has been done up over the 80s and 90s by the council until it was lost in 2007 when there was an illegal transfer. This tower block was put in our car park, and it's not social housing, it's private. So this building in the distance is Belfront Tower, where I live, and I'll be taking you there. So I'll take you through the market. So this market is going to be bulldozed because this one man can decide. After all the money that went into refurbishing it, I think he's knocking down that tower block there as well. So this is a maniac who has sole control. He makes every decision and has run up debts of 150 million by mortgaging our flats to some loan shark. And we are now paying higher rents to pay off this loan and the compounding interest. So we'll have nowhere to shop locally. So at least we had a decent building here for our library. Rebuilt. I assume they'll keep that. Now there's the fire station for Poplar. I went and saw the manager. Finally, they let me in, and he didn't know who owned Poplar. He's working for Steve Stride. Now this is his office here, but he's probably got offices elsewhere. This is 186 East India Dock Road. This road here takes you to the city. And there's the Dockland City. And behind this bus, we finally got some construction going on. Luxury leisure facilities at affordable prices. What's going on here? So the councillors 20 years ago filled in the bars for a training centre to train the brickies to do the pavements in the Docklands out of bricks, and they let it go to rack and ruin, hoping that they could sell it for the kickback of having a developer turn it into flats. So it looks like it's going to be a combination of a new pool and homes. But at least we're getting the new pool back. Now this is the type of skullduggery that goes on. Finally, because it was a listed building, they couldn't demolish it and turn it into flats. That's all they're interested in. Terrible, terrible people get onto the council. I met them. And they have no regard for the individual council taxpayer. Now I keep telling the townhomes health and safety that they're not, or trading standards, that they're not putting the price on their food. So white old people like me get charged double when I ask how much the food is. So this is the first eyesite that was built here on this corner here, and I don't know whether it was the Harker. I don't think the Harker owned the site at the time. So there's All Saints. Church. I think these blocks are going down. All the dislocation to these people's homes. These homes designed to last for 80 years, and they're only about halfway through their lifespan. And this is a huge waste of public funds to have them rebuilt instead of refurbished. So you can see another ugly tower block in the distance there. I've got wide angle on so you can see the whole scene on your widescreen TV. But I have a zoom lens I can put on when I get to my tower block and show you the actual walls. So I've got the email address of Price House, the investigators who are going to look into the books of the Mayor's Office, Tower Hamlets, and stock transfers. So I'm going to give them this link so that they can see what they're up against. Now, just over here is an office for Tower Hamlets social office, housing office, and it was run in the 90s by a man called Bill Henderson, and he could get the money from the council with no strings attached to rebuild our steel windows and give us double glazing. So no one oversaw the contracts. He did them himself with the East India Dock Road glazier who sold the glazing from cheap lead glass from Poland, not beautiful Pilgrim glass, and knocked out all our steel windows, crystal windows. Now these are the second lot of PVC windows replaced by the haka. Even the haka hasn't learned the lessons that in Brownfield Street we had loss of life. I think it might have been that flat there, that the kitchen window caught on fire, gutted the window, the smoke went up into the bedrooms, killed the mother and son asleep. They never woke up. It's black acrid smoke these windows burn at. And the daughter was on the third floor waiting for the fire brigade, and she jumped before they came. Now, he's trying to beautify our streets by putting all these walls in. But he's put this long wall along the frontage. This was all grass down to the road. So they came out of their back door, the front door's around the back, and they could get to the street, or talk to their neighbours, or escape in a fire if the fire's on in the kitchen. They can come out this back door. Now they're trapped because he forgot to put gates in this wall. He couldn't be bothered giving them gates to give them access to the road. Now every flat that is built has to have two exits that take you to the road. The road is where you can get fresh air and escape from a fire. Now the fire tenders have to be able to come up to this building, drive up to the building and reach up with their ladders to get people out. So they're trapped up there. They can't get there. Now I told the fire brigade's chief, I showed you the fire brigade, and he didn't know the law. And he hasn't done anything about it. I keep emailing London Fire Brigade and they ignore me.